guys, this is Sam
And Justin.
at the Survival Review, and we're talking about
Die Hard with
a Vengeance, or Die Hard 3 if you want to call it that.
The best Die Hard sequel. In my opinion.
In his opinion.
In my opinion. Nothing matches the original. Nothing can.
Nothing can, but I disagree, but we'll get on that later.
So you want to start out with the plot on this?
We'll start with the plot. Movie starts out, you got John McClane.
He has a hangover.
He has a hangover, like John McClane does, and
you want me to explain something?
yeah, you go ahead.
A little bit before the movie starts out, like there's this explosion. I like this, like some sort of store.
You just know when you see this explosion that it just gets right into the action.
That's the best part about this movie.
There.
And this guy named Simon is calling up, and he's saying that like he wants McClane to do all these things, or else he's gonna blow up a subway.
And most of these things could pretty much end up getting him killed.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. And the movie like just starts out with them getting John McClane, and the first thing he has to do
is put on a sandwich board sign that says the N-word.
I hate the N-word.
And
go walking around Harlem.
And yeah, he almost gets killed, but his ass gets saved by Samuel L. Jackson, my favorite supporting character in the entire series.
Nothing can beat him.
And Samuel L. Jackson is the reason, and some other reasons, why this is actually my favorite Die Hard movie. Now, some Die Hard fans out there are probably going to be like, Die Hard 1 is the original. This was the first Die Hard I saw. I know
it was the first one I saw too. Actually,
it's the first one I saw. I saw it at least 4 times before I actually ended up seeing the first one.
No, I didn't see it that many times.
I did. I saw it
well, that makes sense.
We rented it back in the days of VHS. Awesome.
Good old days.
And we rented it. My dad was like, "Hey, let's go watch Die Hard with a Vengeance," and we did, and it was just plain awesome.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I actually didn't really care. I didn't really know. I've heard of Die Hard. Like I had the trilogy VHS set. I don't have any more, but I used to have it. And Die Hard with a Vengeance was on AMC on TV, and I saw it.
Yeah, that's how I saw it several times.
And I got into it after that, and then I saw it like one more time afterwards again on TV. But then I watched the first one and the second one, and I got back to the third, and I'm like, oh okay, I get it now. So, and then after Samuel Jackson, after he gets saved by him, the whole movie is just he has to go on all these things, all these kind of not missions, but kind of things that Simon's telling him to do, because he should we give away the spoiler?
No.
No? Okay.
We're not going to give away a spoiler.
Because of a specific reason.
Because of a specific reason.
We won't give away, and it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty good twist.
I really just...
So this one is again directed by John McTiernan, as I mentioned in the Die Hard 2 video. Great action director. Great. Yeah, he's a great director.
A good director.
Yeah, he is awesome. And this one, best part is the movie never slows down.
Not once.
The movie is never slow paced. The movie is 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it goes by pretty fast. And definitely the most pretty action packed. Yeah. And a lot of this stuff is actually really cool, involving a train exploding. It looks pretty realistic, stuff like that. And McClane, Bruce Willis is still in top form as John McClane.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's a lot of the plot's really interesting.
It was,
and it made a good reason to take McClane out of the secluded area.
Yeah. Without
making it feel forced, Live Free or Die Hard. Anyway, but without making it feel forced, because this whole movie takes place in New York. He's just running around New York, in open space, and the whole kind of thing of Die Hard is confined space. Die Hard 1 was in the building, Die Hard 2 was in the airport, and this one is all around New York.
Yeah.
But it still feels like Die Hard because he still is against the clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You couldn't easily just walk away from this Die Hard 4.
And they're just another thing is there are just so many memorable scenes in this movie.
Yes.
Great so many. I mean, with the car. I don't know what you'd say, speed run through Central Park.
Yes, in the taxi.
That was awesome. And
are you aiming for these people? No. Maybe that mime.
Just so many classic moments.
Yeah.
My favorite moment. I was saying earlier in the Die Hard 1 video that one of the most memorable moments was when he was underneath the table being shot at.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite moment, and some people might be like, "Why is this your favorite moment?" I loved the scene where there was a bomb in the park and they had to pour the water into jugs.
Yes.
Mostly because when I was little, I friggin' loved puzzles. And I was like, the first time I saw it, we rented it on VHS, and I seriously was like, ooh, a puzzle. and I solved it before John McClane and Samuel L. Jackson. I don't remember his name. Zeus. I solved it before them, and I'm like, you can suck it!
I still don't get that. I know you explained it to me, and I still didn't make any sense when you explained it to me. But I know me and my brother's still like, what was that? How did he do that? Because the whole scene is like, there's a 5-gallon jug and a 3-gallon jug, and they have to pour and make exactly 4 gallons.
Which I figured out really quickly.
Yeah, I'm not that smart, so I could not figure that out. Even after we went online and researched and explained it, I still don't get it. So
you still don't get it?
I don't remember.
I'm not going to explain it in a video because then this will turn into math puzzle time.
But
that's not what the survival review is about.
That's another great scene, another great game that Simon makes him do. And the villain Simon, played by Jeremy Irons, what's his name? He's good. He was good.
Probably the second best villain.
He actually doesn't do as much in this one, but for the most part, like, he's good.
Yeah.
And one of the things, I can't really think of many problems with this movie.
No.
And my one problem kind of is that the ending seems added on, and it's because it was the ending scene.
Really?
Yeah. And it does feel like a little kind of like it's just added on, because like the whole movie runs perfectly in like that one day. And then that one we just cut to like, I don't know if it was maybe that night or maybe a little bit later.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what? And then this is kind of a spoiler. It's not very much. You expect this coming. The way the villain dies, it's kind of like, what? Like, really? Like, I don't... Like, there's a moment where literally, because he's in the helicopter, literally McClane's standing there, pointing a gun at him, and the guy confused just went like, boom. He just stands there like, what? And so that ending just feel a little tacked down. There was an alternate ending.
Was it better?
It was much more interesting. Some people, they didn't like it because it was much darker.
I like dark endings.
And it involved, like, months after, like, these events, the villain gets away, and then, McClane finds him, and he sits down and he plays this, almost like Russian roulette. It has, like, this, there's, like, this, it's, like, kind of, like, not really bazooka, but kind of, like, mini kind of bazooka, with 2 holes at the end, so you don't know, like, which end shoots out at, and he was asking him questions. Like he was like, now let's play McClane says. And it was a much more, like, darker ending. And it was... I think they didn't like it because it was darker, and
that sounds much better to me, actually.
And 2, because it wasn't a big action scene. That's another reason I'm assuming why. And so they needed that extra action scene. I forgot to mention, because I mentioned this in the videos, the Yippee-Ki-Yay lines. The first one has the best Yippee-Ki-Yay line, and the second one has the second best Yippee-Ki-Yay line. Yeah. That one's so awesome. This one, so.
It's even not as bad as 4.
No, but it's still so. It's kind of like it felt like it did feel like it was added on. You know what I mean? Whereas because the whole thing about the catchphrase in the first movie, it's said halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
It's not like the big final line where he kills the bad guy. The second one, it's used right before he kills the bad guy, but it just works because you're just like, yeah, you know what I mean? And the third one, it's like after that, and it's just like calm. It's like, Yippee-Ki-Yay. And you're just like,
yeah, I didn't like that.
Fourth one, I'll get to that in a minute, but I'll get to that in the next video. But, like, you guys will. But besides that, awesome movie. The most really true Die Hard sequel.
Yeah.
Even though it strays away from the contained feel thing, it still feels like Die Hard.
Yeah.
Even though it's a little bit bigger, it's a whole city. A lot bigger. It still feels more like Die Hard. McClane's great. Samuel L. Jackson's great. The whole supporting cast was great.
Yeah, everyone was great. Samuel L. Jackson was just wonderful. I can never express how much I love that actor. Yeah. He's just the best.
So, out of 10?
Out of 10, I'm going to give it a 9.5, maybe 9.75, just to be slightly better than Die Hard 1. Because it is... I think it's just that nostalgic feeling that I get because it was the one that I saw the most when I was little.
That's how I feel for all original 3. It's just that nostalgic feel. You're watching where it's like, yeah. Mostly for 1 and... actually a lot for this one, too. Because this is one I watched, too. Also, I'd give it 9.5. Not exactly a 10, that ending did kind of was a little tagged on. Not too bad of a problem. It doesn't ruin the movie for you, but not as great as Die Hard, but definitely 9.5. Definitely the strongest sequel.
It's his opinion, not mine.
Yeah.
So this is Sam
and Justin
at the Survival Review, and we'll see you guys later.
Mm-hmm.